Sir Jim Ratcliffe is commencing his work next week on Monday. And Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to speak about Donny van de Beek, his statement that he put out that he needs to be playing more and more and more. And lastly, we're obviously going to see what Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to say about what the United fans think about his style of football. Welcome to the United Matters channel. Hope you guys will be having a fantastic stay wherever you are. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's a Saturday, 2nd of December. Where are you at, my subscribers? Hope you're really having, I know some are going to the beach. You know, when December knocks on the door, you know, it's all about partying, right? It's all about partying, and parties never stop. And even in Nigeria, I know there is, I think, the Pepsi December. There are very many events that are obviously going to take place, especially in Lagos and Abuja in Nigeria, as very many artists are obviously going to come back and really see to it that they obviously enjoy their festive season with their nationals in their country. So we wait and see how that's going to pan out, but it was a little bit of a pave out to that side, but let's get back to where we deserve to be. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and let's get it off with what we've gotten from the man known as Darren Lewis. Is an editor and assistant editor at the Daily Mail, president, Sports Journalist Association, and he's a sports analyst at the CNN Sport, Talk Sport, and very many others. Has told us that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is expected to assume control of Man United footballing operations on Monday. Now, I think the wait is over. We've been all waiting for this to be announced, to see to it that we obviously get to know what obviously or when is this going to happen. But we've finally been told that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to assume control of, or the footballing control of Manchester United on Monday. Now, Monday is going to be the 4th of December. Now, we wait and see whether he's obviously going to come in through and really start work immediately, or that's when they're going to submit everything in the Premier League to see to it that it really gets approved. But I really understand that it won't take long. It won't take long for Sir Jim Ratcliffe because he's a native of the UK, and all his finances and his sources of finance are known to the government of UK. So it's going to be very easy and quick for them to obviously approve him, because everything he does is known in the UK and they know his money and everything is known. But if at all it was like Sir Jim, it was Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, then you would have gone ahead to take a little bit of some time to obviously see to it that he gets approved. But I think this won't take long. That's why we see to it that we are being told that he's going to assume football control duties, all operations at Man United on Monday. And he comes in through at a very good stage of the game, where Erik ten Hag and the players are obviously going ahead to obviously do the needful. And there is something people are not going ahead to give attention to, all attention to detail concerning this guy. Ever since we got to know that Man United and the Glazers have gone ahead to decide that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is out of this and Sir Jim Ratcliffe is coming in through to obviously take a minority stake, have you seen that the team is performing better? Have you noticed that the team is performing better, meaning that it was really one of the huge mind blocks, you know, at Man United, because the employees were insecure about their future, the manager, the players. So if Sir Jim Ratcliffe is in, and I think the players have gone ahead to be briefed that this is the current situation at the club of Manchester United, I think this guy has gone ahead obviously coming through, and stability is being achieved at the club of Man United. So he comes in through with lots of questions. The club of Man United, as we head into the January transfer window, is he going to really help us get rid of the deadwood and obviously get in other players? God knows. But all in all, I want to confirm to you that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is really commencing his football operation duties at Manchester United. To show you that it's really great, yesterday we got this photo. The billboards have started to be really raised up, all elevated down, all erected down in Manchester. Welcome to Manchester, Sir Jim. So it's a confirmation that this is really happening, because the moment you see the billboard, then everything is going to go their way. And on Monday, a statement might be put out on Sunday or on Monday that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has gone ahead to complete his 25% stake in the club of Manchester United. He comes in through at a very crucial stage of the game where United needs a lot of improvements. Facilities, Old Trafford, they're into a big scandal as police is investigating of them serving unwell cooked chicken to the fans, that go, or the match day going fans. So a lot is in the mess at Man United, and it's only a person that really pays a lot of attention to detail that will come in through and really tell you that this is what is happening. So to our understanding, it's really important to understand that nothing comes easy. We need to welcome and embrace the new challenge, and the new challenge will obviously get us the best that we deserve as the side of Manchester United. So to my own understanding, I really see everything going our way, and this guy will take us back to greatness. That is it. If it's true that he has been given the football operation details, then no one is really gonna stop him as a guy who has gone ahead to show us that he can obviously transform the club of Manchester United. And way back in France, his team Nice is second, to PSG. So he might be having proper football brains, and he knows exactly what he needs. Now, I brought you a story about Donny van de Beek. When he said that he needs to play more, he understands. He had gotten into the team, but he got injured and he needs to get back to where he deserves to be, but he needs to find playing space. Now, Ten Hag was asked what his take was on Donny van de Beek's comments about considering leaving Man United. He said, I think Donny has to play. In games, he was in the squad, so then he had the opportunity, but it was a slow start in the season because he still recovered from physical setbacks. But now he's back and is doing well in training, so if we can't give him perspective, I can see that he has to play for his career, for everything. So Erik ten Hag is really confirming to us that he's also okay with Donny van de Beek leaving. And I think even in the summer, Erik ten Hag was okay with Donny van de Beek leaving the club of Manchester United, but because Man United is bad at doing deals. You can't tell me that a player with the quality of Donny van de Beek can't be found a club for in the Premier League or in the La Liga or in the Serie A that can also see him really going that side, because the clubs that we have brought on the table, Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, Saudi Arabia, Antwerp down in Australia or Belgium, he never wanted them. And that shows you how we are having a very incompetent sporting director or director of football, that is John Mata. If you have a competent director of football, it's a matter of time to say to it that you get Donny van de Beek a team. It's easy. Why? He's a proven player, and we all know that the problem has been simple. He hasn't gone ahead to obviously play enough. So all we need to do is simple. Get in people like Paul Mitchell who know what to do. They can easily find this guy a club. Find him a club. Let him go on a 6 months loan. Then after, we all know that he's going to perform very well, and teams will be all over the place to sign this player. So that is what is affecting the club of Man United. We've gone ahead to make very many huge mistakes because of having a poor director of football. But if at all we get in a competent person who knows what the game of football is all about, you won't see us losing players on a free. Like we lost Pogba, Lingard, Nemanja Matic, Juan Mata, and very many others. You cannot lose out players on a free like that. So even Donny van de Beek, we just have to get him a team where he's going to be playing game in, game out, and then he might even force himself back to the Dutch national team to go ahead and play in the Euros, because United is responsible for the last 4 years of Donny van de Beek, because he came in through in the summer of 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. He has been here for like 3 seasons and is not really getting to where he deserves to be. So in 2024, he'll be making 4 years at the club of Man United. But Has he been really impactful as he was supposed to be? The answer is no. So all I want us to understand is simple. Let's not forget that Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in through is one of the reasons that we want to see such scenarios not happening at the club of Manchester United again, because some people, especially the Glazers and John Matter, they are really people with ego. They're egoistic, and in this business you don't need an ego. All you need is to face the truth and really get it going. If at all the manager has told the club that sell this player, sell him off, because he doesn't want a lot of instabilities in the dressing room. That is it. The good thing is that Donny van de Beek is not a chaotic player, but players like Jadon Sancho, if the manager tells you he doesn't want them here, sell them off, show them the exit door. You get? Because the team will obviously get where it deserves to be. And that is a message to other players, that if at all you do ABCD, I'll show you the exit route. And lastly, Erik ten Hag has been asked on whether the fans are happy with the way Man United is playing. He said, I think so. If you see the goals we've scored recently in Copenhagen, at Everton, on Wednesday in Istanbul, we scored some very good collective goals. The fact of playing a good plan, the fact of having a very good plan, of giving creativity to the players in the positions where they perform best, allowed us to score some very good goals. I would like to give Ten Hag kudos for that, because at the beginning of the season, we are struggling to see to it that we do the connections, we get the connections right. But as we grew into the season, like the match day 10, we went ahead to try to fix up things. And I think he's a very good manager, that he knows how to solve problems, because Manchester United and its players had a very good season, 2022-2023, but this season started off on an ugly side. But Ten Hag has gone ahead to turn around things, and trust me, he's still turning around things. And if at all you're a United fan outside there and you don't believe in Erik ten Hag, then it's high time you did, because we want to see him at the club of Manchester United for a very long time, because he's the manager who's going to hit obviously get us players that can operate at full wavelength. And we look at the squad that he's really building. He's really putting in lots of brains and thoughts, time and energy. I remember the interview that Marcelo Sabitzer had to do at Borussia Dortmund when he was describing Erik ten Hag. He said, Erik ten Hag lives football, thinks football. He has never found a manager who is really obsessed with football as Erik ten Hag. And he pays a lot of attention to detail, and every time he's in office, he thinks football. That's what he does. So he's a manager we need. He's a manager we need to keep. And if we can back him very well, trust me, next season, we are going to be title contenders. That is it. And as you look at the team of Man United, we are like 3 signings away from really getting into good contention of the trophy. If we can get in a centre-back, we need, by the way, one of the most demanding positions is the centre-back. We need 2 centre-backs, Get into centre-backs. We need another midfielder. That is it, and a striker. So if we get those in, trust me, he'll heavily compete with other teams. And the way he has gone ahead to obviously integrate the academy players into the starting 11 of Man United, it's really impressive. So your thoughts on to Sir Jim commencing duty on Monday? What do you make about it? Erik ten Hag reacting to Donny van de Beek's need to departure, and how the fans think about the style of football. You guys, are you okay with how we are playing and how we are creating things on the field of play? All that and more into the comment section below. And David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum. Don't forget to subscribe. Ciao, ciao.